For every face that you see on the other side of this border wall, there is a story of tragedy or fear that drove them here. While the largest number of immigrants are still from Mexico, Central or South America, there are now people from 168 countries waiting at the gates.
Where did you come from?
Guinea.
How did you get here?
I walk. I take a bus, everything. And the first one, I take a plane to Nicaragua.
Looking into the eyes of these immigrants is enough to rip your heart out. It's one thing for the adults to make the journey, it's another entirely for the children. A very sad reality that is pulling on a lot of heartstrings.
Well, I was watching the news last night and I saw some kids saying that they were hungry, they needed a blanket, and that pulled on my heartstrings because I know that adults, have it bad, but the kids don't choose to be here. So I don't care what political side you're on. It's a humanitarian type of issue. And when they say they're hungry and they're crying and they keep coming to you, that hurts your heart.
Along with a large number of nonprofit groups, suddenly a lot of everyday people are pitching in to help. Everything from food and water to diapers and blankets.
I came by here yesterday and, I knew this was going on, and when you start making eye contact with these people, it just goes to a whole new level of emotion. You see the fear, sadness, pain in these people's faces, and it's something you can't unsee.
In fact, no one has ever seen anything like this along this section of the border. It's never happened before. But for people like Mamoto of Guinea, it's better to be stuck in a refugee camp in San Diego than to face the conditions back home.
Why did you come here?
Because in my country, they are a coup. The government, the military take the power, and they're doing what they want. If you don't want it, you protest, they kill you. And they smash our house. Now we don't have a house there. When they kill our ethnic group every time, American government know that.
Like almost everyone on Earth these days, the cell phone is the most important tool for these immigrants. Not only to contact their families back home, but the possibility of getting one of those coveted spots on the government's new immigration app, where 1,000 spaces will open up tomorrow.
They asked the phones to be charged, and we think it's an important lifeline for them to have. That way they can communicate with their families that they're relatively safe.
Little by little, bus by bus, the immigrants who are first in line are now being transported away from the makeshift refugee camp. The other immigrants just look on and hope that they could be next.
I hope I will enter to the United States. I have one wife and one child, 1 year child. So I hope if I get enter here, a new life for my baby.
The truth is, the immigrants who brought their children along are actually going to go to the front of the line. That's the way the system is set up. The families who have kids are going to get first choice at asylum, because obviously putting those kids out here is putting them in great danger. As for the males, the single males, well, as has been tradition, the single males will be at the end of the line. We're at the U.S.-Mexico border, where Title 42 is officially expired. Dan Plant, KUSI News.